Hi Carmel, thanks so much for sending through your video of your kitchen there. I'm going to quickly have a look at the video that you sent me through first, and then I'll go through the suggestions and ideas that I have for you. So I have a whole new floor plan for you and some ideas and suggestions for how you can really achieve a gorgeous country look. So I know in the email that you sent through to me, you were talking about the fact that you wanted to extend out the kitchen and you were open to completely redoing the layout of the kitchen. And you said that the most important thing to you was to have a space where you could sit and look out at your garden and enjoy your garden. So I have completely reworked the layout for you and come up with a country style, which I know you said you like that kind of country style of kitchen, and created a space that would be a very special little nook for sitting and enjoying your garden. So I'll jump in and have a look at the video first, and you'll hear me talking over that video, and then we'll go into my ideas for what you could do with the space. So I hope it helps, and if you've any questions, just feel free to pop me an email and I'll get back to you. Hey Carmel, thanks so much for sending through your video of your kitchen there. So I believe you want to inquire about extending out that back kitchen. I see that it's kind of a small sort of square, obviously off one side of the kitchen there, and you have some space, I believe, to extend that out. So I'll have a look at that floor plan there for you now and just see what we can do. I know you said you really like a country style of kitchen. You're looking to extend out that entire kind of utility out to that I suppose that window space there, and to extend it right across the full length of the back of the house. And I know you're looking to, you mentioned in your email to me there that you're looking to possibly completely rearrange the kitchen and just see how you can get the best possible layout for it. So I'll have a quick look at some of that for you now. So basically the first thing I wanted to do was have a look at your floor plan. So you sent me through this floor plan here, which is great, and thanks a million for that. And I can see that that's kind of the dimensions there of the back kitchen, which is like 200 centimeters by, I think that's 200 there as well. And I can see that this is 300 centimeters wide in your kitchen, and the full size of it there is 5 meters. So that's great. So basically you have all this space out here to extend out into. So I've just drawn up that floor plan there again for you, just to kind of make it, I just took out those dimensions just to make it a little bit easier to have a look at. So you have all this space out here basically to extend, which would give you a 5 meter by 5 meter kitchen. So it would mean taking out this wall here, which obviously is a structural wall. So the first thing you need to do is talk to a contractor about that, talk to your builder about that, because you probably would need a reinforcing beam here if you're going to take that out. It's easy enough to kind of break through a window and turn that into a door, but if you're actually going to remove a fair bit of the structure and open it up, which is what I'm about to suggest, the first thing you need to do is talk to a builder to see what you'd need to put in there. So I'm going to suggest, I know that at the moment you have your kitchen up this end here, so this is kind of where you come in from the hallway, and these are your double doors into the living room. You did say that you're open to completely rearranging the space and to look at completely rearranging the layout. And you did say that your main priority was that you wanted somewhere where you could really sit and look out at the garden, because I believe you're a very keen gardener and you'd love to have a space where you could sit and just kind of almost be in that garden. So what I'm going to suggest here for you, Carmel, is this as a new layout. Now there's a fair bit of work in this, but I know you said you have a decent budget and you're kind of willing to completely rework the space and move things around. So I'm going to suggest that you flip around the layout of the kitchen. So this is your door coming in from your hallway, if you like, and your double doors for the living room would be down here. So that's kind of the layout as we looked at it before. So what I'm going to actually suggest is that you're going to move the kitchen. So you're obviously knocking out that wall, and now you have that big kitchen space there. I'm going to suggest that you move the kitchen down to this end and build your cabinetry there, and that you put an island in front of that. So this is to scale. So this would actually give you 5 meters by 5 meters in your kitchen. and I suggest that you put in an island there, and that island, I've measured it out, would be about 2 meters wide, which would give you a really nice big island that you can sit around, but still plenty of space to get around it. Then what I'm going to suggest is that on this wall, which is currently the corner of your back kitchen or your utility, is that you put windows here. So again, you need to talk to your builder about the possibility of doing that, but I know that you have a window already here, and it shouldn't be a big deal to put a window on this wall as well. And then I'm going to suggest that you build some banquette seating, or kind of window seating if you like. I'll show you samples of banquette seating in a minute, and that you use this as your table space, your dining space, so that you can really kind of sit into the window and have, you know, that view of the garden and really enjoy the garden. And you can always place your back door here then out into that garden as well. So I'm going to just show you some examples. That's my suggestion for the layout of the floor. First things first, I'm going to just show you some examples of banquette seating. So just bear with me here now 1 second. You can see there kind of banquette seating, or window seating if you like, up against a window, and how nice it can be because you can sit almost into the window. This one I thought would be gorgeous for you, something you know, really cushiony and cozy that you can sit right into that window. Obviously your windows would be, you know, matching the style of the windows that are already in your house, or you can kind of do big picture windows there at the back to really modernize it. But something like that I think would be fabulous in that corner. You know, and you love the country style, so you could really go for like that country style dining table as well. Just a really cozy space where you can sit down and enjoy the views out into the garden. This is just another example of banquette seating with your dining in front of it. So in your case, as I mentioned, that would kind of be in the corner of what is currently your back kitchen or your utility. So that's currently this space right here, but you're knocking through to create that window seat there in that corner. So that banquette seating, I think would be fabulous with a country style kitchen. You did mention that you love a country style. So I'm just going to show you some samples of what I think would be really nice then for your island and your cabinetry. So for a country style kitchen, for you to brighten up that space, because it is a bit of a dark space, I'm going to suggest that you go with like a lovely white country style cabinet. And again, you can do these lovely, really tall cabinets almost the whole way up to your ceiling. This is obviously a very tall space in this picture. I know yours isn't as tall as this, but you'd still get away with those lovely tall cabinets with that kind of country style to them. So like a shaker style cabinet, plenty of you know, handles and hardware on the drawers and that kind of thing, and that's what makes it a real country style. For your island then, I actually thought this was beautiful, this kind of sage green, so whites all the way through the back, white paint, that sort of thing, an oak wood floor, and then something like the sage green. I think for an island, if you're going to go for a different colour on the island, go for something light. You know, if you're going for light cabinetry in the kitchen, you don't want to go super dark here because it just looks like a big old lump in the middle of the kitchen if you do. So something light like a sage green I think could be gorgeous, and you could hang some really nice feature pendants over it. I'll just show you an example of that sage green again. So there's something, you know, you could go for that kind of style with the wooden countertops, or you could go for the style I showed you there a second ago with the kind of the more marble countertops. Either one would be absolutely gorgeous, I think, in that kitchen. Flooring, then I'm going to suggest that you go for a lovely oak wood floor. You could get this in a laminate, in a semi-solid, in an engineered wood, hardwood, whatever you like, whatever your budget will let you do. What I'd suggest is, if the budget will extend, to have this run through the entire downstairs of the house, if at all possible. But I think that would be beautiful with that kind of country look. Then for your backsplash, you can see in this image that I pulled up, they just have a lovely white backsplash, but it's quite a glossy tile. It's a subway tile that they've just done in a herringbone pattern there. I think something like that could be lovely. Or you could, so I'll just show you that subway tile, something like that, you know, with a nice high gloss to really bounce the light around. So this is the backsplash for your kitchen that we're talking about. or you could go for a slightly more country style. Whoop, that's very small, sorry. Let me just increase that for you there a little bit. You could go for, you know, something like that, a kind of a shape to the tile, to give you that sort of slightly more country feel in the kitchen. And then finally, for your banquette seating, just the fact that it's out, looking out into the garden, I'd suggest that you cover the actual seating itself in a really nice kind of florally, but not over the top florally, kind of fabric. So your greens and whites and that kind of thing would really help pull you out into the garden. So you can imagine you're sitting here in the corner in your banquette seating, and you have that lovely maybe green and white, and you're looking out into the garden, and that I think would pull the whole scheme together then with the, you know, with the sage green and the white as well. And you have that lovely kind of darker green fabric, I think, on the banquette seating. I think it could look absolutely amazing. So there you go. They're my ideas and my tips. I think that would be a fabulous scheme in your kitchen. And let me know how you get on. I hope that helps.